I'll tell you why I like Ramon's physique, because he brings ridiculous conditioning. I'm a conditioning guy. He's got the small waist. He's got all the bells and whistles you need. I personally think that once he adds just a little bit more muscle to his body, he's going to be very, very hard to beat. Now, when you compare him to a guy like Chris Bumstead, Chris will only lose when he can no longer do the things he needs to do to be the champion. In other words, if he gets injured, or, we know he's dealing with some health issues, for the last couple of years, he's got that IgA nephropathy. So, I mean, if anything is going to stop Chris Bumstead, it's not going to be another competitor. It's going to be Chris Bumstead's body just not holding up. So I don't think that Ramon is going to beat a Chris Bumstead, but I think that he could be the future after Chris Bumstead. But as far as the other guys go that he's competing against, I think he could challenge a Rough Diesel and possibly take him out, because he's a taller guy. He occupies more space on stage. I just think that Rough Diesel is a little more complete at this point. But I think that Ramon has all the tools to be able to get to that next level. Now, I don't know how much weight he can still gain and still make that weight class, because obviously you can only weigh a certain amount for your height. But assuming he can gain another 5 to 7 pounds of muscle, I think at that point he's very, very dangerous. And he's got, like I said, he's got one of those physiques that you enjoy, just like looking at. It's like it's pleasing. The lines flow well. He's got tremendous conditioning. I've never seen the guy out of shape on stage. Even when he did the Olympia last year, I think he arrived like the day of the show or something like that, and he still looked really good on stage. Imagine if he would have come a couple of days before. So I think that he's got unlimited potential. That's my take on him.
Let's go to Lag No Excuses. The most famous non-bodybuilders that you've coached, I know Triple H is probably the name that comes to most people's minds. Is there anybody else, professional athlete, actor, that you can name, non-bodybuilders that you've coached?
Yeah, I mean, I did, and I'm still every so often will come back to me. Chris Angel, the magician. He's actually, his new theater. He used to do a show at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas, and now he's working at the Planet Hollywood Hotel there. They have a theater that they built for him there, and his show. I think he's got the best show in Vegas right now. And he's a really cool guy. And the irony of the whole Chris Angel relationship that I have, and Triple H had put me in touch with him, is that we went to the same high school. He was 1 year older than me, and I've seen him at school. I'm sure he saw me in school, but we weren't friends or anything like that. He had his own little group, and I had my own little group. And like I said, he was a year older than me. But we never knew each other in East Meadow. And we had a lot of mutual friends that were the same. Like I have a lot of guys that I know that lived next door to Chris and stuff like that. And it wasn't until Triple H introduced us, and then when Chris Angel flew me out there to help him with his diet, that we started talking. We knew we knew all the same people, because East Meadow, Long Island is not that big. So, and we were around the same age, so it was really kind of funny. He's a really, really good guy. He actually is. Jake Wood and Dan Solomon and Angelica and Nebbia, they went out there and they met with him. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And one of his children has leukemia. And so he has this, foundation, to raise money for kids with leukemia. And I know that Jake Wood and the Olympia are going to be giving some kind of a donation to that foundation. And so Chris is going to be at the Olympia doing something really cool there. And so I'm glad I was able to help put Dan in touch with him. And it should be a really, really good thing, because it's always great when our industry can give back to someone else and to another industry and help people in need. So, I would say that, he was, one of the more high profile people that I work with. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I worked with him for a diet too. We did a ketogenic diet. He really loved that diet. I worked with him for about 12 to 16 weeks. So I enjoy working with Hollywood people, because they're so appreciative about the fact that you can give them the tool set they need to be able to change how they look, because a lot of them just don't know anything about nutrition or supplementation. And so when you put that kind of information into their hands, it's like, hey, we're so good at what we do, but we know nothing about this. And they're very appreciative. And so I enjoy doing that. I would actually like to work with more, obviously some stars are a little higher end, and they require more, I guess you could say, attention. I had a massage therapist friend of mine, and she used to go on tour with Mariah Carey, and Mariah Carey required her to lay in the bed with her and massage her until she fell asleep every night. Now, she paid her a lot of money. She made a lot of money, but she was always on the road with her, hotel after hotel. And I mean, she was basically at her beck and call. But she did it when she was younger. She made a lot of money and she made a lot of contacts. She made a lot of rock singers. She was working with their bands and she'd massage them in between. So, you know, celebrities are good. It just depends on how much time you have to devote to them. You know, a lot of these celebrities need you all the time there. And so if you have a family or you have other commitments, sometimes it's hard to do that.